Good morning, students. This is Rupali Memane, Assistant Professor, Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science, CAM. Now, in today's second unit of software engineering, we will be learning about Introduction to Software Engineering. In today's session, we will learn the definition of software, what are the characteristics of software. We will also learn the definition of software engineering and the need of software engineer. And lastly, we will see what are the McCall's quality factors. So to begin with, we start with what actually is software. A software is a set of instructions, items or objects which are performed for a specific task and execution in a computer. So here we give a set by set instruction wherein a step by step guidelines are given to the software to perform a particular program or an execution. Then what actually is software engineering? It is an engineering discipline which concerns with all aspects of professional software production which aim to develop a high quality application. The software engineering process involves the analysis, the design, the implementation and lastly the testing of the software which you have developed. Now let's see what are the basic characteristics of the software. Now when I am describing about software, these are some of the characteristics which are described. Firstly is the functionality. Now in functionality, it can be subcategorized as what is the complexity, what is the correctness, the interoperability, how secure is the software, how complete it is and how suitable is based on the client requirement. The second characteristics we see is the maintainability. That is, how is the diagnosis? How is it repairable? Can it be expanded? How can it be tested? What is the maturity of it? And in a system backup or recoverability, what is the recoverable rate? In the third characteristics, that is the usability, we see how it can be installed, how it is a learnability, how basically it can be configured, what are the operations based on that and how it can be monitored. The next is the efficiency of the software. In efficiency, we mean what is the time behavior, what is the resource behavior and how is the repairability characteristics of that efficient software. Next, we come to the reliability. That means in maturity, fault tolerance. If there is a fault or if an error comes in, how exactly it can be repaired or how it can be recovered or basically how reliable is that software. Lastly, we have the portability. That means how it can be adapted to the new current systems or new hardware or new operating system and whether if a system is upgraded, this software can be replaced. So these are few of the characteristics of the software. Now proceeding further, we see why there is a need of software engineering. The need of software engineering arises because of higher rate of changes in the user requirement and environment on which the software is working. So it can be broadly classified as a large software. Now it is basically build a wall to a house or a building. Likewise, as the size of the software becomes larger, engineering has to step to give it a scientific process. That means a large software needs to be broken into small modules or small processes and then it can be compiled to make a bigger software. Then next is the scalability. Now, if the software process are not based on scientific and engineering concepts, it would be easy to recreate new software than to scale the existing one. So, if I don't have the process wherein if the system is upgraded or a new application comes in, if I'm not able to scale my software, I might rather create a new one than recreating from an existing one. Now proceeding further, let's see about the cost. Now as the hardware industry has shown its skills in huge manufacturing has lowered down the price of computer and electronic, but the cost of software remains high if proper resources are not adapted. Then the dynamic nature of the software, that means looking at the current scenario and looking in the overchanging and new enhancements, the software needs to be changed dynamically. Then comes your quality management, that is better process of software development which provides with better and quality software product. So these are some of the reasons why we need the software engineering. Now, coming back, let's see what are the software quality factors which we have. Now, the first category are the quality factors which are measured directly, such as what are the number of logical errors, what are the syntactical errors, and other thing. And second category, these clubs with those factors which can be measured only indirectly. For example, what is the maintainability for each of the factors, then how it can be measured, what is the content to be checked, and what quality control measures need to be taken to maintain the quality of that software. Now, proceeding further, we comes to a interesting module, that is the McCall factor model. Now, this module classifies all the software requirements in 11 software quality factors. Now, these 11 software quality factors are again can be grouped in three categories. That is, one is the production operation factors, then the production revision factors, and the production transition factors. Now, what comes in the production operation factors? You have correctness, then reliability, efficiency, integrity, and usability. In the production revision factors, that means when I have to revise on the application or the software product, I need to work on the maintainability, the flexibility, and the testability of that application or the software. In the last, that is the production transition factors, I need to work on the portability, then interoperability, and the reusability qualities of the software. So, coming to the production operation software quality factor. Now, according to McCall's model, production operation category are subcategorized into 5 software qualities, as we had previously discussed, that is the correctness, the reliability, the efficiency, the integrity, and the usability. Now, what actually mean by correctness? Now, this is the required accuracy of the output that can be negatively affected by inaccurate data or inaccurate calculation. So, if I am inputting an inaccurate data, my calculations are going to be inaccurate. Even if there are no debugging errors, but whatever output is required is not achieved. So, that means the software is not correct. Then second point is the completeness of the output information, which can be affected by incomplete data. The third is the up-to-dateness of the information defined as the time between the event and the response by the software system. The availability of the information, and lastly the standards of coding and documenting the software system. So these are some features of the correctness quality factors. Now, coming next is the reliability, how reliable it is to deal with the service failure. Then now we discuss about reliability and efficiency. So, reliability requirement deals with the service failure. It determines the maximum allowed failure rate of a software system and how it can be referred to the entire system. Then coming to the efficiency quality factor deals with the hardware resources which are needed to perform the different functions of the operating system. It also deals with the time between recharging of systems portable unit such as information systems, then units which are located in portable computers, or metrological unit which are placed outdoor. Now, proceeding further, we have two more qualities, that is your integrity and the usability. Now, integrity deals with the software system security, that is to prevent only access to authorized person, and if an unauthorized person tries to attempt or attack in the software or application, it should give an error or it should send a message. This also distinguishes between the group of the people who can read or who are given the permission to access and write on the application. Then is the usability. Now, usability quality factor deals with the staff resources which are needed and the training which has to be imparted to the employees to operate on the new developed software system. Now, looking at the production division quality factors. In the production division quality factors, first is the maintainability. That is, this factor will consider the effect that will be needed by the user and customers, the client, in maintaining the personnel to identify the reasons for the software failure. It will also consider the factors which are needed to correct the failure required to support the adaptive maintenance activities of the software. It will also include the adapting current software to additional circumstances and customers with the changing application of the software. And it will also determine and support the perfective maintenance activity such as changes and additions which are needed to be done in the software to improve and give a better service and adapt to the new changes with respect to the technical or the commercial environment. Lastly, it will test for the testability, that means testing of the software as well as at the hardware level and the operational level. It will also include the predefined intermediate results, that is the log file, and will also automatically diagnose the performance of the software prior to the starting of the system. This testability factor will find out whether all the components of the system are in working order and optimal report about the defective. Proceeding further, we come to the product transition software quality. In this, it is categorized into portability, reusability, and interoperability. That means, under portability, it will check to the adaptation of the software system with respect to other environments, considering of different hardware, different operating system, and so on. It should also be possible to continue using the same basic software under diverse situations and conditions. Under reusability, the factor will deal with the reusing of the software module originally designed for one project and it can be used currently or it can be applied to another project if it is in a new model or in the upgradation model. It can also enable future projects to make the use of a given module or a group of modules to develop a new software. The reuse of the software is expected to save the development resources, then shortening the development period and giving a higher quality module. And the last quality is interoperability. Under interoperability requirement, it will focus on creating interfaces with other software systems or with other equipment firmware. For example, the firmware of the production machinery and the testing equipment interface with the production control software. So, we have seen in today's session the definition of software, the characteristics of software, then what is the definition of software engineering, why there is a need for software engineering, and lastly, we saw the McCall's quality factors. For this particular unit, I have taken references from all these sites. So see you again in the next session which will be on SDLC. So till then, stay safe, stay home. Thank you.